guys, welcome back to Hustling and Healing. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Bree. I am the owner and creator of this channel, and today is Monday out here on the East Coast, which means it's Mo Money Mondays! Mo Money Mondays, which means that I'm going to give you some tips and advice that have helped me get financially organized and to a point where I'm able to make sure that I can pay off all my bills while also have a little bit of spending money. So let's. So today's video is going to be 5 tips. That's right, 5 quick and dirty tips to get financially organized right now. Alright, so step number 1, identify how much you earn versus how much you spend in a pay period. I know this seems like basic information, but you would be so surprised how many people overdraft their accounts every week because they're spending money on the latest Gucci slides that are $500. I don't know if that's actually the real price, and they only bring in $450. So identify how much you earn in a pay period, and that is total gross income in that pay period. So if you have more than one job, make sure you add that in. And then identify how much you spend in a pay period. All your bills, all of your impulse spending, food, because we all know that Chipotle's bomb, but Chipotle 5 times a week is not great for the pocket. But anyway, identify how much you earn versus how much you spend. And compare those, because if how much you spend is more than how much you earn, you got a problem, sis. But if how much you earn is more than how much you spend, then you are well on your way to padding that savings. Number 2 is going to be set a budget for each of your large spending categories. Okay, say it with me. Budget. I cannot stress this enough. Budget, budget, budget. Make sure that you know how much your bills cost, your rent costs, your gas costs, your food costs. And make sure you give yourself a maybe $20 to $100 range, depending on what kind of bill it is. Wiggle room just to make sure that you will always be able to get those paid. So those are your large spending categories that need to get paid unless you like being without a car or unless you like being evicted, things along those lines. So make sure that those are always paid. Those are necessities, need to get paid first. And then you can budget for your non-necessities like your Spotify, or I don't know, how often you like to go to Dave & Buster's. Why Dave & Buster's? I don't know, Bree, that's just the first thing that popped into my head. But you need to make sure that your major spending categories are budgeted and accounted for and that you pay those off first, because those are going to make sure that you can have a life, essentially, up to the caliber that you're used to. So keep those budget categories clear, keep those locked in, and don't adjust those unless you need to. Number 3 is going to be make sure that you cancel any unused subscriptions or auto debits that are coming out of your account without you knowing or not even remembering. So let's say you have the big 3 streaming giants of Netflix, Hulu, and now Disney Plus. If you don't really watch Netflix that much, you can go ahead and cancel that because you can really get what you're looking for on Hulu and Disney Plus, or any combination of those. But say you have a subscription for, I don't know, some random Taiwanese makeup company that takes out $12 out of your account every month. If you're not using it, cancel it. It's canceled. We're all about cancel culture between the late Millennials and the Gen-Zers. Cut it out, because that's taking away $12 of your money, your hard-earned money. How many rude and entitled customers did you deal with to get that money? Think about that. If you think about money in the time and the frame of which you had to deal with while you were working, you'll be a little more frugal and stingy with your money. So remember that. Make sure you cut those out. All those unnecessary auto debit subscriptions, all those, cancel them. They're done now. Lay them to rest. And you'll be well on your way to successfully completing number 3. Is gonna be make sure that you create a budget spreadsheet or sign up for a budgeting app that will help keep you honest with your spending. A lot of bank online apps offer a budgeting category where you can see what's going out versus what's coming into your account. If you're more of a Excel numbers type person, numbers as in the Google, not Google, Apple numbers, or even just numbers in general type person, build your own spreadsheet, make it a template so that whenever you edit all of the different cells, it'll change accordingly. I personally like to use Intuit's Mint. I've been using it since I was in college to help me keep track of everything, and I think if you connect your accounts, it will definitely keep you honest, because there have definitely been some times where I have budgeted and conveniently left out that trip to Cold Stone or maybe to the movies because I was like, you know what, I deserve this. Treat yourself all day, every day. And yes, self-care is so important, but also having money is important too, especially in a capitalistic society. So make sure that you have the money that you need, and a good way of ensuring that is budgeting. So sign up for a budgeting app, like I said, Mint. I use it personally, and I'll drop a link below in the description box, and or make a spreadsheet for it. There are a bunch of templates out there, so you don't have to make it yourself. Just punch in all of those and make sure you add those categories, like your bills, your rent, and things like that, and how much you make in each pay cycle so that it will be as accurate as possible. So go ahead and do that. So that's for step number 4. Go through all of your budget and your things like that, and check out your miscellaneous spending, your non-necessity spending, and cut that budget in half. Cut it in half, because what that's going to allow you to do is that's going to allow you to move that half into savings for a rainy day, for an emergency, things like that. And I know you're like, well, Bree, that's my self-care money. And I'm like, yes, self-care is so important. Half of this channel is healing. Right now we're in the hustling aspect of it, and in order to hustle you got to make some sacrifices. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to eat at home one extra day of that week, but make sure you put that in savings, because you will be thankful for it later when, I don't know, you need to buy a new tire and your rent, your money came just out even, but now you have money in your account for that. So make sure that you always try and move a little bit of money to savings every pay cycle, even if it means cutting off one of your impulse buys, because it'll be better for you in the long run. So try that out. So those are the 5 steps, guys. Go ahead and let me know how that goes for you in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. If not, if you have anything else to add, or if you want me to do a video on anything else, please make sure to drop that in the comments as well. So this was the first video in the hustling portion. So hustling will be More Money Wednesday, or More Money Mondays. Hustling and healing combined will be Wellness Wednesdays, which is all going to be about physical and bodily well-being, and Self-Love Sundays will be the healing aspect, which is, of course, on Sunday. So I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you don't mind, like, sharing, and subscribing. I am on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and, of course, YouTube. Please feel free to reach out. I have an email address. Check that out down in the description below. Or even if you just want to drop me a hey, congratulations, you're doing great, I hated this, all feedback's good feedback. So let me know, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.